What is going on, people? The closest gun to the intervention in this new Modern Warfare 2. I could say the MSR as well, but definitely closer to the intervention. But mentioning the MSR, I think that could actually come. I'm not so sure about the intervention, but I think the MSR could come because out of all the guns that have leaked, like leaked prior to the game coming out, that's the only one that hasn't come out. You know, the 50 cal leak, the AX50, the SPR, the MK2, and lastly the MSR all leaked. So that is the only one missing. So that could come, but I'm not so sure about the intervention. But the closest gun to the intervention on this new Modern Warfare 2 is the gun on screen, the SPR, and it's by far my favourite marksman rifle. Fast, manoeuvrable, and with that classic bolt action feel. For me, honestly, it's the best sniping we've had since Black Ops 2. It's the last time I've felt this unrestricted with a sniper. And like I said in my last video, if I had to nitpick, the only thing I would nitpick is the reload cancel. That's the only thing we don't get. I feel like we have everything else included. Especially, you know, if you've not kicked the habit yet, like myself, when I used to get like restless, I used to, you know, double tap triangle a lot, or if you're on 360 double Y or PC double fucking hash key, I don't know, whatever you use, but that's definitely a no-no in this game. That will fuck you up. And for the trick shotting community, you know, for whoever is still trick shotting, that is definitely going to be harder to do in this game. You know, however you want to hold the controller, octopus hands, like that, them cripple business there. My God, what you lot used to do to your fingers to get a 360 is unreal. But yeah, in terms of speed, movement, freedom, the thing is just a dream to use, and definitely the closest thing for me. I like the sound as well that it makes. I find that something like important to me. I used to love the sound the intervention used to make. Like when I used to watch old Modern Warfare 2 montages and people used to slow that gun down to the like slow-mo bits at the end of their clip, I used to love hearing that sound. And for me, I'm not saying this sound is close, I'm just saying the way the gun handles is close, but I like the sound of this gun also. You know, it's the first time in a long time you can snipe to your actual potential without restrictions, in my opinion. Like, it has the snappiness. I think sniping's been missing for years, and you know, to the competitive sniping community, I don't want to hear nothing. Like, I don't want to hear no complaints. You've been moaning for this kind of sniping for years. Like, what are you going to do about it? Like, you finally have the kind of sniping you can do something with. And I feel like this sniping, I feel, is more traditional overall. Like, I feel like the feel and even the movement within game is more old school COD. Like, so the bunny hops and jumping around corners into your scope, things like that, I think it's less effective in this game. So, you know, I think the older players, it favors them. I think it favors the older playstyle more than the newer playstyle. I feel like the newer players have to adapt, if that makes sense. It just gives it that touch more of realism. You know, some don't like it. I don't mind it. It doesn't change the game for me either way. Like, I'm not bothered. Like I said, I love the sniping in this game, so it makes no difference to me. I've got to give credit to the developers as well, though, with the new creator class system. Without that system, having to use different guns to unlock attachments for other guns, I would have never used the marksman rifles. I'd have just stayed with the sniper rifles. So because of that, I've got to play around, and I've ended up with the SPR in my hand, which I absolutely love. And, you know, if there's any tweaks you want at the end, like, we've never kind of had this freedom. You know, when you max the gun out, if there's anything you want to tweak at the end and fine tune to where you like it a bit more, maybe you want to be close to the scope, like how I play, or maybe you want to, you know, slightly quicker ADS, you can do that. It just makes the gun feel more personal to you. Trust me, the SPR is it, and absolutely the closest thing if we don't get the actual gun. Like I said, I think we'll get the MSR, potentially, but I don't think we'll get the intervention. Trust me, from someone who put absolute hours and virginity into that classic Modern Warfare 2, this is it. But, you know, what's your favourite gun so far? And if you snipe, what's your new intervention on this Modern Warfare 2? In a bit.